Coming up next, we have a spooky revelation, a beautiful 8 DVD set, a book that you're going to want to add to your library, and as always, we'll give you guys a chance to win one of the products that we review right here on the show. Stay tuned. What's shaking, guys? On this episode of the Magic Marketplace, we'll be reviewing some brand new magic. Let's start it off by telling you all about Ghost Rider from Tango Magic. This is a spooky revelation. You can use this on a drinking glass, maybe on your arm, a lot of other places. Stay tuned for that. That's a really fun one. Up next, we have the beautiful 8 DVD set from Luis de Matos. This is the Essential Magic Conference that happens live from Portugal on DVD, packed full of over 30 artists. Insanely good stuff. And last but not least, we're bringing back our favorite part of the show and yours in It's a Book. We have the Essential Stewart James, which not only showcases the magic that he's created, but also talks a lot about his life as well. And here I am. I'm your host, Luke Dancy. It's good to have all you guys out there with us. And today we have a very special guest. I want to welcome him right now. We have Mr. Josh Norris. There he is. What's going on, bud?
What's up, guys? How's it going, Magic Session?
All right. So on tonight's show, we're going to be doing a lot of great stuff. And Josh, you know, you're not with me live in Vegas. You're actually back in DC. So what's been going on over there, my friend?
I had a gig today. I had an outdoor show. It's like this festival thing. And it was like 45 degrees and raining the entire time. I actually had a mentor when I was like 15 years old. His name was Roger Lindsay. And he used to tell me that the only thing he hated about an outdoor show was the next one. So I could see exactly where that came from because it was brutal. Cold hands and performing in the rain to a crowd standing with umbrellas. But hey, it's one of those experiences, and I actually had a lot of fun. So.
All right, well, that's what it's all about. And we're having fun not only with Josh today, joining us live, but also with you guys out there, of course, watching live every Sunday right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the live session room. I'm looking out there. I see some of our usual friends. I see Cam Lyons, Aaron Williams. I see our buddy Tommy Castle. Max is out there, and so many others. Thank you guys for tuning in live every single week. And, of course, all you guys that support us on demand as well. We love you guys for that. We're actually happy this week to announce something brand new, and we're going to show you that right now, a brand new addition to how you can check out the show. So here we go.
So we've got our YouTube channel, which we've had up for quite some time now. But what we're going to start doing each week is uploading the new episodes of the Magic Marketplace to the YouTube channel. A lot of you guys have been asking for a while how you can watch the show on your iPad or your iPhones or those devices. The beautiful thing about YouTube is those videos will stream through to any device, which I know with our website, people were having some issues. So now you can watch us live, or you can watch us on demand, or you can watch us on YouTube. And if you click the little yellow subscribe button, you'll actually get notified every time we add a new video or a new issue of the Marketplace. So just another way to watch us and keep up with the show.
All right. Well, we are so excited to have this new feature for you guys. I know a lot of people have been requesting it. We figured out how we're going to bring that to you now. So that's pretty exciting. And, of course, the exciting thing tonight is the magic that we're reviewing. And on last week's SmackDown, we had 2 brand new products going head-to-head. And now we're going to take a look at something tonight. So, Josh, what about the SmackDown there?
Yeah, the SmackDown is something we started a couple of weeks ago. And basically, it's your chance to tell us what you want reviewed on the show. So we get a huge shipment of new magic over to Luke's place every month. And we kind of go through it and decide what we want to review. But now we're giving you guys a chance to decide. So on our Facebook page, we'll actually put up a poll each week where we give 2 products. And you guys choose which of those 2 products we review in the poll. So it's a bit of a SmackDown for which trick you want to see reviewed on the show, what that hot item is. And Luke, what was the past 2 tricks from the week before?
The last 2 products we had were the Nathan Kranzo Mind Reading and Comedy Lecture DVD and the Ghost Rider Gimmick and DVD from Tango Magic. It was actually really close last week, and the Tango Magic product Ghost Rider was the winner. And I guess now what we're going to do is we'll start the show by giving you a look at that in action, and then we'll come back and talk about it and show you what's on this week's SmackDown, so stay tuned for that. right, and welcome back to the show, boys. That is the demo for the product from last week's SmackDown. That is Ghost Rider. You can see the box is really nothing to get excited about. Pretty basic packaging here. You get the box, the DVD, and the gimmicks that you need. And you know, as you saw from the demo, what you're getting is a way to do kind of a spooky type of revelation in a lot of different ways on a lot of different surfaces. And you know, it's interesting when you see something like this, because you start to wonder, am I thinking like a magician, or are lay people gonna think the same thing? As far as, is it just something that's been added to the surface? And,
yeah. You know, I watch this thing and I think to myself, you know, not even as a magician, I go, okay, you know, the first thought that jumps into your head is something sticky or glue. And I don't know if that's me as a magician, like you're saying, or is that something a layman thinks? Okay, so the sugar didn't move, so obviously something stuck it there. So I guess it really comes down to how you get into this effect. You know, are you grabbing a glass off the table that's been there the whole night, or are you pulling a glass out of your case and you can only do it with that glass? So I don't know, Luke, I haven't had a chance to watch the explanation on this. Is there a way to do it that's a little more organic than, hey, look, I've got this cup here, and, you know, for all intents and purposes, I could have wrote on it with a glue stick?
That's great, man. Actually, that's a really good question, and I'm sure it's one that a lot of the guys in the room are asking as well. They do give you a version on the DVD. They do explain to you how to do this on the fly with a borrowed glass. So let's say you're in a restaurant, you have someone clean the glass out, which is actually what he suggests you do. You take a napkin, hand it to someone, have them clean the glass, whatever reason for that. Then you have them pick the card, you turn around, do the quick little bit of business to make this work, turn back around, do the trick, and you're good to go. So they do include a way to do this with borrowed glasses or borrowed items as well. So
yeah, I don't know if I'm sold. I mean, watching the trailer, it's pretty visual, but I don't know if I see myself doing this. You know, pulling out a sugar packet and dumping it all over the floor or someone's table or someone's living room. Especially some of the performances he did were really messy. Maybe the ones with the saucer and the glass might be a little more practical for a restaurant setting. But at the same time, we all know the classic ashes on arm trick is one that really plays well. And I guess you could say the advantage this has over that is that in a lot of places these days you can't smoke and there are no ashes, and it doesn't make sense to have ashes. So it could really be an update to that old effect. I guess this is one of those things I'd have to try and perform myself, see what kind of reactions it gets, or just see if I get the obvious, oh, well, you put some glue on there. And for me, that might come down to whether or not this is cheap enough to experiment with. What's the price on this one, Luke?
The price on the Ghost Rider gimmick and DVD is $29.95. So for 30 bucks, you're getting everything that you need to go out and start performing this. So 30 bucks, man.
Yeah, I think I might try it out. You know, it is an update to an effect we know plays. I don't know if the method is obvious or not. I guess it really depends on the performance and how you get into it. I think it's one of those effects that's pretty straightforward. If the effect appeals to you, get it and try it out. If it's not your cup of tea, then move on to something else.
Well, and I will mention one last thing before we move on to the next product. There are a few other things you can use besides just sugar. Of course, as you saw in the demo, he uses coffee, ground coffee. You can also use smoke. So if you are smoking and you want to blow some smoke into a glass, swirl the smoke around, and then show the glass now has the writing, that's another possibility. So, you know, there are other ways you could do it, but yeah, as Josh said, it kind of all boils down to the fact of it's just something that you'll think that you might use. So that is the review for Ghost Rider from Tango Magic. And like I said, that was on last week's SmackDown. You guys picked it, so we reviewed it for you right here. And this week we also have something brand new, 2 brand new products going head-to-head. And let's take a look at those right now. We have the European Coin Magic Symposium going up head-to-head with Metal Eclipse from Tristan Mori. So those 2 products right now are going head-to-head. And the cool thing is, of course, you guys tell us what you want. And so over on our Facebook page right there, you can see facebook.com/WeSession. Right at the top of the page, we have the 2 products listed right now, the European Coin Magic Symposium and the Metal Eclipse DVD. Right there, you guys click the little button next to the one you want to see reviewed, and we will do that right here next week on the show. We'll let you guys choose what we review right here at the Magic Marketplace. Pretty exciting stuff. All right. So now, I guess it's only fitting that we go into our next product. This is something that was featured on the Glimpse this week. This was the EMC 2011 8 DVD set. We're going to cover
and the Glimpse is something we do each week. So if you want to find out what we're doing on the show, the SmackDown is one way to do that. But then every Friday, we're also going to be posting what we call our glimpse. And the glimpse is a quick look at a product we'll definitely be reviewing, something that's been hot, that a lot of people have been talking about. And this is your chance, if you can't watch live, to get your questions in before the show actually broadcasts. So obviously you can always watch us live and ask your questions in the chat, or if you go to themagicsession.com each Friday, you can post your questions after you take a look at the trailer for anything you want to know about the effect.
That's right, man. We want you guys to get as informed as you can about the magic that comes out, and make sure you post those questions every week, and we will answer them live. And we're going to do that and more when we come back from the demo of the 2011 EMC DVD set. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the show, boys. That is the, basically that's the description of the artists that are part of this beautiful 8 DVD set. This is from, this happened back in July, and as you can see, there's about, I think, 30-something guys, I think it's 33 different artists that have traveled from all different parts of the world to Portugal to be part of the live EMC event that Luis D'Amatos hosts from his studio there in Portugal. And I know, Josh, that you actually, you weren't able to tune in this year because you were busy, you had gigs and you were out performing. But I know last year you were actually able to be part of that live event. It was a lot of fun from what you told me.
Yeah, you know, we're obviously here at the Magic Session huge fans of this style of learning, not necessarily the DVDs, but the live broadcasts. I think it's just an incredible way to see performers and speakers you would never see. And the lineup they have in these things is just killer. A lot of the same guys from the year before this year. Looking at the list now, we got Anton Lopez, Apollo Robbins, Barry and Stewart, Carlos Vaquera, DeVoe, Eric Mead, Finn John, Guy Hollingsworth, Max Magan. I mean, these are the who's who of magic and magic theory and magic performance. Leonard Green. I mean, if you don't find something on this set that you like or a person on here that appeals to you, I'm not sure what kind of magic you do.
Yeah, I have to agree. And some of the names were from last year, and some of the guys, like Josh mentioned, came back again to be part of the second edition of the EMC event, which is also, for those of you that don't know, EMC stands for Essential Magic Conference, and it is like it's a conference that's held live in studio, but then they broadcast the conference to all the people out in the world. So the only people actually live in the studio are the panel of artists, and it's a very exciting event, even though you're not there live. And
yeah, and it's an interactive format much like this. So you watch it live, but you also can ask questions. And if you miss it, they send you, as a person who's registered for it, you get to watch it on demand, and they also send you the DVDs for free. It's a heck of a deal. And each year, it's actually cheaper to register, see it live, get the on-demand, and receive the DVDs than it is were you to just miss the conference and buy the DVDs in the Magic Shop. So you actually save money by pre-registering for the conference, and you get the bonus of being able to watch it on demand for a year and being able to tune in live. And even you know, without watching it live, if you were to pick up this set still completely worth it if you can't tune in live, just to see some of the panel discussions they have, some of the performances, and most of the tricks that are taught on there are just phenomenal.
Absolutely, man. And speaking of phenomenal, you guys out there are phenomenal. Each and every week, you guys post questions for us on the Glimpse, like we mentioned before. So let's now head over to the Glimpse right now, and let's take a look at some of the questions. And I know, Josh, you had also been taking a look at some of those questions over on the Glimpse.
Yeah, so K-Magic asks, compared to last year, what are some of the improvements? So just as far as production value, we'll start there. And then on top of that, as far as the lineup and the material and the flow of the whole event, how did you think this compared to last year, Luke?
Well, you know, like you said as well, I wasn't really able to be there for a lot of last year. I was there for a lot of this year because of my situation, the recovering. I was here. But I did see the DVD set from last year, and I thought, in comparison, it was pretty much exactly what you got last year. You got again this year. You got a very high quality of a nice variety of artists, and I'm going to give a few examples of the people that I liked a lot from the conference. For example, you have people that are hardcore sleight of hand, study people such as Bill Kalush. Then you have the other end of the gamut. You've got people like David K. Silly Billy, who actually did one of the best talks during the whole event, surprisingly enough, about kids magic, and that was a lot of fun. Then you have people like Paul Daniels, Rudy Kobe, you've got Jonathan Boehm, you got the Buck Twins, you got the younger crowd, the older crowd, and everyone in between. And I thought it was right on target from last year's event, actually, to be honest with you.
So it did not disappoint. Yeah, another one of the questions that came up on the Glimpse was from IT Illusion. It was the last question that was asked. And he wanted to know about the variety of performers and performances. I know you mentioned a lot of names there, but for someone who studies maybe close-up magic specifically, or maybe just studies stage magic, is there something to be gained for any performer, regardless of both experience and the type of magic that they like?
Oh man, yeah, there's, wow. You've got everything from very basic stuff to more advanced. For example, Leonard Green, one of the things that he talked about was the magic square, and the principle, a brand new way to do it without memorizing any calculations or anything like that. So he's made it into a very almost self-working kind of thing that does itself. And then you have people such as Akira Fuji and Lu Chen, who came on and destroyed it with some really hardcore sleight of hand. And of course, then you got the Buck Twins and all the cardistry and things that they do. So you have something from every end of it. And there were also talks on not just the tricks, but theory and how you can apply things to your business to make the business end of things go. So really every area of magic that you can think of was covered over these 3 days, and it was really, really impressive stuff.
Truly all-encompassing list of performers there.
Oh, totally, man. It was, you know, and then the fact that they had the museum tour for Copperfield, doing that live, that was just another incredible experience that a lot of people may not ever get a chance to do because they're not able to get to the States or Las Vegas. So much stuff on there. And the other cool thing is, that I want to mention, there's some things included on the DVD set that were not included live during the conference, such as Mike Caveney did a great talk on the $1 Million Mystery and the history on it, and the guy that created it. He actually tips the method, shows the plan, shows everything on the DVD set, which is not included on the live performance. You actually get bonus footage as well on the DVD set. So some things that you watched, you actually have something else to look forward to when you get the DVD set. So that's pretty exciting as well.
We got a question coming in here from the chat room where Eric is asking, how is the navigation and the DVD menu itself? Is it very friendly if you wanted to hop from, say, one session to the next or look for a specific speaker? Is it pretty easy to navigate and get around having 8 DVDs?
Oh yeah. I mean, you get, the DVDs are broken down. Basically, there's about 4 or 5 guys on each DVD, and they're broken down into the sessions. And each, I'll just pull out the first disc that I have here. It's got a list of the talks, so you can see who the people that did the talks, the people that did the performances, and then there's some extras. So if you know exactly who you want to see, you just pull out each disc, and on the back of each disc tells you exactly who and what they did. So that's easy to get through, and of course the menus and the navigation, everything there, when you actually get into it, is very easy to use too. So that was a very good question. But yeah, I mean, Luis Tomatos does everything top notch, and that goes for the DVD set as well.
So yeah, if you were to have registered for EMC this year, it would have cost you $90. You get to watch it live and on demand, and then you get the DVDs in the mail. For people who didn't register for the conference, what are they going to pay for this 8 DVD set?
Yeah, that's a great question, and of course that's what it all boils down to when we talk about Magic. When you register, it was $90, like you said there, and if you did not register and you wanted to get the DVD set, it cost you $150. Now, I know some people might tense up a little bit at the price, but keep in mind what you're getting. You're getting 8 DVDs, first of all, high-end production quality. Louis built a freaking studio to do this, so very high-level production quality and very high level of artists and people that you may never get a chance to see in a live type of situation if you're not able to get to lectures or conventions.
Yeah, look, if you break it down, we're talking about over 30 magicians on one DVD set, and truly, what, about $20 per DVD if you were to buy these individually. Yeah. I know I've spent more than that on DVD before, and it wasn't by people of this caliber, so I think this is a must-have for anyone's library.
I will definitely have to agree with you. We've got the price popping up there, $150. Don't let it scare you. It is a little bit on the high end, but think about when you buy a DVD for $30 now. It comes with 8 tricks. They're not all good. Look at the list of people on here and think about what you're getting, and that really ends up being nothing in the long run. So great stuff from Luis D'Amatos and the EMC gang. Can't wait for next year's event. That's a lot of fun. So speaking of fun stuff, let's now move on to my favorite part of the show. I know you guys love it too. Let's give away some magic. Let's get into this week's random magic giveaway winner, because you guys out there each week are posting and getting out there and getting involved in the community. And as part of that, we give you guys a chance to win some of the magic we review right here on the show each week. And this week we put a bunch of the names in a hat, pulled it out, and I've got a winner for you. And let's do the drum roll now so we can get to the winner. This week's winner is Mr. Patrick Clemens. Patrick Clemens, congratulations. You are this week's winner in the Random Magic Giveaway Contest. And you now have a chance to win some of the magic that we review here at the Magic Marketplace. So let's pull up the latest list. This is the prize chart. I know, Josh, you've been having a lot of fun checking this out each week. We have last week's winner was number 25. And that actually ended up being the Ollie Mealing Skip Switch project. And this week we replaced that product with David Stone and his Tool Effect, which we reviewed last week. So that is included now in the mix. Of course, we've got Redemption that's signed. We've got a lot of other great stuff in the mix there, and we'll keep replacing that. And of course, don't forget on number 13, lucky number 13, we got the free spin, which means you get to get 2 prizes. And on number 22, we have the wild card, which means if you hit that, you get to choose any of the prizes on the chart. So that's exciting as well. So let's now see what Patrick is going to get his hands on. Let me pull up the wheel, click the little thing here, and let's spin that baby, the Wheel of Riches.
Big money.
Yes, big money, big money. Josh and I love playing the Wheel of Fortune slot machines in Vegas.
1,000. So 1,000.
1,000. It's not 1,000 this time, but what do we got? Looks like number 9, I think. Yeah, number 9. And let's now hop back over to the chart. And number 9 on the chart is right next to Branded. That looks like, hey, that's a Jamie Dawes product. That looks like The Gathering from the one and only Mr. Jamie Dawes. So congratulations, Patrick. You've won a great effect where you're actually able to take a ring, a borrowed finger ring, and you're able to, you have a couple of holes punched in the card, and you're able to link the ring onto the card. It looks amazing. Great method. You're going to love that one, Patrick. So have fun with that. All right. So now it's time to move. We're going to bring this back. We're now going to actually give you guys a chance to check out something we're going to bring back. What's that, Josh?
And just another quick thing. If you guys want to get in on this magic, everything we review on the show, we give away. So by watching the show, you actually have a chance to win some of the products we review here. If you want to get in on the action, all you have to do is go to themagicsession.com, go to any one of our articles, our on-demands, or any of our videos or the lectures we have up, and simply post a comment. And don't just post that you want to win, but post a question or a thought you have on what we have there, and you're actually automatically in the running for our random magic giveaways. We pick people randomly from our blog every week. So if you want to get on the action, go to themagicsession.com and get in on the conversation.
I am really glad that you jumped in there because, yeah, I'm sure everyone else out there that didn't win wants to have a chance to win. And if you also want a chance to win some other free magic, don't forget on Twitter, twitter.com/WeSession, we also post randomly when we give away magic in the lounge, our live interactive chat room. We also spin the wheel there and give away DVDs and prizes. And we also have the conversations that we do on Twitter every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, I've been having a blast with those lately. We started these Twitter chats about 4 weeks ago now, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We literally have a Magic discussion on a topic, just really informal. We get about 30, 40 guys there lately, and it's just been a blast. These things aren't recorded, so you got to hop on Twitter if you don't have an account and join us every Friday. Just have a little talk about Magic.
Absolutely, man. And we have some special guests popping on. A couple weeks ago, we had John Guastafaro, and we have some other guys lined up, and that's always a lot of fun. So, speaking of fun, you guys have been asking for it. We wanted to bring it back. We want to welcome you back to It's in a Book.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Booyah! Take a look. It's in a book right here on the Magic Marketplace. You guys keep saying, oh, we want books, we want the books. And we've got a great one this week. This is the Essential Stewart James. This is from Magicana Publications. And this is just a phenomenal book. I guess the first thing I'll say is we'll talk about the quality of the book, and then we'll get into the meat of it. Basically, the book, the production quality here is top-notch. It's a great-looking book. Just really, really nicely done. And let me pull up one of the pages here. And actually, let me see how many pages there are first. I've been hopping through. It's about 200 pages. And, pretty classical layout of the book. You've got the descriptions here. You've got the picture there. And that's kind of the way that, it goes. It's got a nice dust jacket and everything. But it's a nice book to put on your shelf. And that's always fun to have another addition there to the bookshelf. If you're not familiar with Stewart James, this is a great book to get into his work first, because the thing is, Stewart James had the James Files, and there were 2 volumes of that. The thing is, the man was a creative genius, and there's like 1,000 tricks that the man has created, which is pretty freaking incredible when you think about the pure quantity of magic the guy created. So what they've done with this book, and the reason I'm telling you that is if you're not familiar with his work and you really don't want to have to go digging through 1,000 tricks, this is the top 50 tricks that a team of people got together and all gave their input on what they thought were the best tricks. And then those are now in this book for you to enjoy. So
from a guy who put out thousands of effects, they boiled it down into what they consider the best of the best.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's the best part about this book is it's the best of the best in one place. Now, the other really cool thing about this book that I like a lot is not only are you learning about the tricks, and we'll talk more about some of my favorites in just a second, but you're also getting a peek into the man's life that is just as interesting, in my opinion, as the tricks themselves. There's some crazy stories about Stewart James in this book. There's also some correspondence between the original publishers of his work, and they're included now too, between Stewart and those people. So there's a lot of personal stuff in here too, some stories about his life, where he grew up, his home, how he created the magic, which is actually really, really fascinating. He claims in the book, and he does acknowledge this, that he had 3 imaginary type of friends that helped him create magic, and each one had a different input to make everything come together, which is pretty wild stuff, actually.
So it sounds like a good read on top of the magic that's in there. It sounds like a pretty interesting read. I see a couple guys in the room, Hawkeye and Mr. Kras and a couple other guys who have read this book and absolutely love it. So if you needed confirmation, we've got a few guys in our audience who have read this thing and absolutely love it, from the production quality all the way to the tricks that are in it, they're saying. Yeah,
and I got to say, probably a lot of people want to know what's your favorite trick or what's the best stuff. Some of my highlights are Mirror Skill, which they don't even know in the book how he came up with the name. But Mirror Skill is basically a self-working type of effect that will fool you even when you're doing it. I read in the book, I forget who it was exactly, said they would do the trick, practicing it over and over, because it would fool them when they did it. It's that clever. And there's a lot of other kind of self-working stack type of stuff in there. There's also some dealing tricks where you spell out the names of cards, some very clever stuff. Also, Josh, I haven't told you this, there's actually a really clever version of the 3-card trick that you and I actually reverse engineered after seeing Costa Kimlin do it.
The first time I ever got fooled, I mean really, really fooled. This must have been, what, 10 years ago.
Yep.
And this was one of the first times you and I ever really hung out at Magic on the Beach. This was a little convention in Miami. And Kostya Kimlet was down there. He was as young as we were at the time. And he did a trick called the 3-card trick and fried every person at the convention, including Luke and I. And we spent the next 3 days in silence, sitting in our room playing with 3 cards, trying to reverse engineer this thing. And I think I might have to buy the book now, because that's one of the tricks that inspired me to stick with Magic, was that feeling of getting just absolutely burned.
Yeah, man, and that's the cool thing is, and seriously, Josh did not know this. The cool thing is, the version in the book increases it to 5 items. So you can now do this with 5, even up to 7. So he's got this system down to now where you can do this with even more items too, which is pretty cool.
See, if you were smart, you wouldn't have told me this, and you'd have waited till you saw me again, and you would have performed that trick on me. But now I'm going to be jaded. When I see it come out, I'm going to refuse to be fooled.
What have I done? Magicians are the worst people in the world to keep secrets. That's what I found. That's just my opinion on that. But the other cool thing is, besides just card tricks in the book, he also has some very interesting things on rope. He does some cool rope stuff, and there's a really, really clever rings on magic wand, like the ring and stick type of thing. Very, very clever work on that too. So it's a nice variety of stuff as well. It's not just all card tricks, which I know a lot of people want a little more variety than that. So I think what it all boils down to is the price. And the price for the Essential Stewart James is right down there, $45. That's from the publisher themselves. That's from Magicana. So it's magicana.com. $45, that includes the shipping from them. And the other cool thing about their site, they also have like an exhibition about Stewart James' life on the site with pictures and stuff, and all of the other artists that they've done books from, so that's kind of cool too. But that's a great book, in my opinion, a great collection, a great introduction to Stewart James, who is known for a lot of stuff, but you get the best of the best here. So that is the Essential Stewart James. A great,
Awesome.
great pick. Yeah, absolutely. So that about wraps up the 3 products tonight. We reviewed some great stuff, and we gave some stuff away, and we were joined by the one and only Josh Norris, all the way in D.C. Over there.
Oh, yeah.
So this has been a
I
lot of...
actually have a little surprise tonight. I just saw Chris Wheel popped into the room
Nice.
for the live show.
Nice.
And about 3 weeks ago, we had a contest where we were asking people to come up with the slogan for the new wristbands. We had the cheater wristbands. You probably remember the cheater wristbands. They were black and red. And well, we just got in the new wristbands, the Session 1 wristbands with Chris's design right there. And I have
That is
I got
sexy.
I got a few here to give away. And we'll be giving you guys an opportunity to get your hands on some of these Session 1 wristbands in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome, man. That is, we've been thinking about showing you guys for a little while now, and I gotta say, I love these things. I don't have one myself yet, funny enough, but I can't wait to get them, and we really want...
I'll trade you. I actually no longer have any of the cheater wristbands because we gave all of them away in a contest, and I thought I had one left, which I gave to my roommate, who is not a magician, who is now out there wearing a cheater wristband, so I no longer have one. So if you want, I will trade you, Luke, a Session 1 wristband for a cheater band if you have any left. I need the complete collection. I'm not okay with this.
I got one right here. That's got Josh Norris's name all over it. Right there, cheater. All right, cool. And the other thing we want to tell you guys about, of course, is about other ways you can win the Magic. And don't forget that we're now doing our invite contest over on Facebook. So let's pull that up right now. There we go.
Yeah, and this is something we started to kind of get the message out about our rebranding. We've been known as the Magic Session for about a year now, and we're rebranding to Session 1. And so we've got a new Facebook page to go along with that. And as part of this, you actually can win a ton of free Magic. Right there on the page, you can win a $250 prize pack, some of the newest Magic out there. But also, what we're doing is for anyone who enters. So, okay, if you say, I don't have enough magicians to invite here to like the page, a couple of guys already have a huge lead. I know Max has over 100 likes on his post. If you just enter, if you simply type, I want to win this prize pack right on that page, you get entered to win the Leonard Green Master File. So just for entering into the contest, you can win a $150 DVD set, I think it is.
Yes, sir. That's right, man. We've got a lot of stuff to give away. It's really easy to do it, so head over to the page and do that. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next winner of some free Magic. That's right, guys. So, Josh, this has been a lot of fun. I hope we're able to do more of this, have you join us live for the show.
Yeah, I've had a blast. The only time we ever get to do this is when I'm actually physically in Las Vegas or you're here in Washington, D.C., and it's kind of cool now that we have the technology to do this remotely. And hopefully I'll be back on the next couple of weeks to talk about some products and share a little bit of insight, if you can call what I'm doing insight.
I would say that's a safe bet. Insight that works for me. And so cool, man. It's been good having you on with us. Any last words for the boys, or I guess that's about it. We're going to wrap this up.
As Luke Dancy always says,
Oh boy.
be good or be good at it.
All right, he said it. We'll catch you guys next time. Same place, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time in our live session room. We'll see you boys. Take care. That's not cool. Be good at it. Be good or be good at it.
Is this your card?
I don't know.
Was it a red card?
I don't know what red is.
Ta-da!